Y'all, what?
Shay, what is this box you speak of? What is this box? This box is essentially what you put yourself in this world. Um, in life, we are souls experiencing a human experience. So, with that being said, you are a creation of the master creator. And if you believe that to be God, I believe that to be God, Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father. I believe that it is two souls that are one. It's not separate. And I believe that the divine feminine and the makings of who we are and the divine masculine is a connected balance, and the world hasn't had that balance in a long time. And I want to say probably never, because when the truth wanted to come out and the truth wanted to be heard, what did we do? So I'm saying that just to put in the back of your mind when I do start talking about this box. And when I do start talking about things that may, you know, make you feel ooh inside. And I don't care. I don't care that it makes you feel inside, because it made me feel inside, and I had to flow with it. You have to go with the flow of things. Take what doesn't, take what does resonate and leave what doesn't in the box. So, with this box, I am talking about essentially my box for me is just it's this big black box with like a bunch of things in it. And because I have this box of like a bunch of things in it, I can't really truly tell you this is mine, this is my idea. Um, because I'm so distracted by everything that's going on in the world. And especially in America, if you are in the United States. Um, and I'm not sure how it is in other countries. This is just my experience living in the States. It's just, we are consumed by so many distractions. Like, and it's just, you're always adding things to your box that essentially you didn't create. We are all creators of this world, and yet we are trying to judge things or grab onto things that we did not create. So you have this box here, and your box could look completely different. It could be empty, it could be bright. You still chose to create what that box looked like. So by you choosing to create what that box looked like for you, because you put yourself in that box, you are choosing what goes in, what goes out, and you don't fully know what's yours. So how do you know what's yours, Sydney? You keep talking, you don't know what's yours. You ask questions. Is this mine? Do I like this personality? Did I like how I just kind of went off on her a little bit? Like, you ask yourself those kind of weird little questions a little bit, and sometimes there's traits about myself that I'm like, ew, like, don't know where that came from, but you still have to integrate it or leave it. Integrate it into you or leave it. Shay, what is this box you speak of? What is this box? Um, and to kind of touch on what this box is to me, I'm just gonna read you a little parable in my little trusty journal. Um, and I said, I make excuses a lot for where I am and why, and I don't just put my head down for a second, shut up, listen, calm down, and get things done. I think too much about how and why it should happen and don't give myself grace for the steps I have taken and where I am and who I am. I take me for granted so much and don't really, truly, and mindfully, with wholehearted intentions, get to know myself and what I like and what I don't like, and still hold myself to the conditions of this world. But we truly don't know anything at all. Not entirely, and how could we? We are a tiny specimen on this planet that is also just a tiny specimen in a bigger piece of a small specimen. And it just continues. So the things that we think we understand, do we? Or are we just programmed in such a way we don't know who we are? As humans, we don't even know who we are. And people place so many predictions and thoughts on the idea, but being present and observing is where the real honest truth comes in. And the crazy thing is that because we are all a different creation and vibration of this universe, all truths will look and feel different. They'll form in this life as a different creation, that only the creator and the owner of that being can make up its own truth and perspective about it. Everything else is just projections and judgments placed on something that was never intended for them to understand, for them to judge. This world does that though. It gives other beings permission to dictate and control aspects of yourselves and your surroundings that you make that your truth. You're so confined in this massive box of creations that do not inherently belong to you, that you think you're outside this said massive box. When really we're stuck in the middle like a rat on a treadball, just seeing all the distractions keeping you from getting off and exploring. Finding the true exit strategy, your true calling, and the truth outside the box. And again, the truth outside the box will look different for every single individual. The box that you are in looks different for every single one. And it may be empty, and it may be dark, and you may be the only one in there. But then again, you're the creator, so you can choose to get up. Make the impossible box of no exits and exits because you create the box. You made the decision that that box was there. You put your own being in that box. You create the box. The box could look like a freaking heart for all you care, but you still created the box. And you choose what, where, who, what is in there, and how, and why, and when they got in or out. And then maybe you'll see that the box isn't so big, it's tiny. And you were limiting yourself all this times with things that didn't matter, that already happened, hasn't happened, and you just needed to step out and make the magic happen yourself. It starts with you, so don't get caught up in the smallest things in life when there's a gigantic abyss of answers and knowledge waiting to be clung onto, grabbed, obtained, sanctified, and loved. There are so many more truths and lights to discover. This world is but a small blip and glimpse into the creations of the creators of this world, master creators, ones that have been here forever and they never stop. Find the light, find the truth. That's the goal, so that's the mission. Expand your mind. It's a big universe, bigger than we see, huge. And there are words that don't even describe the complexity of it. So find the truth. What's your truth? Because your truth is going to look different than your neighbor, than your mom, than your dad, than your sister, than your brother, than your boyfriend, than your husband, than your wife, than your girlfriend. It's going to look different. So you trying to say, this is me, oh, let me worry about her and him and this and that, when you just need to come in here, honey, come here. Come here. You don't need any outside validation because, again, that is not your creations. You create every single thing that you see in this world. Every single thing. If you want to believe that this world is just a world full of mean people, and assholes and people that don't give a crap about anyone, then that's exactly what you're going to see. That's your choice. That is inherently your choice every single day to believe that this world is evil. And if you want to believe that this world is beautiful and it has many blessings and many things that are in store for you that you can create and master and learn and love, then that's entirely your choice. And not one is good or better or bad than the other. It's not. It's a choice. It's an experience. And us as humans, we judge people so much that we don't even realize. Like, I fall victim to this. Like, I will judge and I won't even realize like how bad I'm judging until someone's like, you sure, you should have said that about them, like. And I think as people, we just need to take a step back, you know? In John, God said, the first to be free of sin, throw the first stone. So why are we throwing stones? Why? I wouldn't want to make a mistake and then I have someone coming over here telling me, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? When I'm already in my head, you know, making myself feel a certain way. And then I have someone that doesn't know anything about my life trying to come tell me what to do. And I could be out the box and you could still be in it. And you have no idea what my mind or my life is like outside of what you've seen or what I've shared with you. So, again, take it a step further when it comes to social media, the things we see on television. It's not real life. It's glamorized. It's a fiction. It's what they create to want you to see. And like for me on social media, I am very, very, I try to be very authentic. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% authentic all the time because I want to be authentic with you guys. Like that's kind of a sneezy sneezy here. It's just, I want to be authentic because I don't want people to think that I just wake up every day and I look like this, or I wake up every day and I decide that I'm just going to eat breakfast every day and then I'm going to eat a snack and then lunch and then a snack and then dinner, then a snack and then work out, go to work and do all this stuff. And it's like, I struggle with that sometimes. Like, I have problems with that sometimes, but y'all don't see that. You know, y'all don't see the struggles of someone. So stop trying to meddle into someone else's life and go into their sphere of energy, their sphere of their creations, because you have a whole life to create. So why are you so caught up in what he's doing, what she's doing, what he has, what she has? None of it matters. When you pass away, no one is going to care genuinely. I will not care at all. I promise you I won't. How much money you had, what car you drove, any of that. If you're an asshole, if you passed away, I would say rest in peace to his soul. But like in this life, he was kind of an asshole. Like I hope in the next one he's nicer, kinder. But that was your choice to be an asshole. And it was your choice to put material things first when the material is only temporary. And we forget because this world is full of distractions and confusion that we're a soul first having a human experience. So, why would you not want to get to know the soul that helped in creating you, that you see in this life right now, this creation that you made right now? I'm not saying any of this is easy. I'm not saying, you're going to wake up one day and your life's going to be completely different from being depressed to being happy. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I'm not saying, if you want something from someone else and you go in and think that it's yours, that you're going to get it. No, no. I'm saying you have to go inside and ask yourself the hardest questions that you wouldn't want anyone to ask you, but you would ask you. And you sit with those questions. Even if you don't like the answer, you sit with those questions. And you let it come and you let it go. Because trying to control every single thing and trying to grab and obtain things that are not yours to begin with only just keeps you in this cycle of why, why? When you choose every single thing that you've gone through, you chose your parents, you chose where you live, you chose what you look like in this life, you chose that experience. When someone said, who wants to go through an experience being a fat Joe, and then they go and do this whole weight loss transformation and they show people that they can be fat and then be fit? Someone out there raised their hand. Some fat Joe did. Some fat Joe raised their hand. And some fat Joe is probably complaining that they're fat. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I promise you I'm not. I'm just putting it into perspective. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to call anyone, not fat phobia, none of that. I'm just saying you chose who you are. If you're not liking your skin color because you're black, honey, if I'm not the first to tell you, let me be the first to tell you. You chose that. You chose it. So stop hating yourself and stop wanting to be like someone else because you don't like the way your skin color is or how your hair looks. And I was victim to this. Victim. Trying to hide myself because I grew up in a mostly white populated community and I didn't want to stand out because I'm this black girl that was from the South and I had this most thickest Southern accent and you wouldn't even know now unless I'm around my family. But it's because I'm hiding parts of myself because I don't want people to judge me. So stop. Because you chose every single thing that you've gone through, went through, are doing. It's a whole ripple effect. So you're judging yourself, you're judging others, and it's a whole mirror of reflect, and they're judging you, they're judging themselves. And it's just like it's not gonna stop. This world is not gonna get any better until we all just take a step inward and say, let me just, mind my business. That has nothing to do with me. That's not my creation of this world. And let me leave it alone. And let me just meddle in my own smuttle shit. When people say, not my monkey, not my circus, hold true to it. Because it's like a lot of people will go around this world and act like they don't judge and act like they're so loving and they're so, sinless and everything. And they don't do anything wrong and their life is just perfect and how they live their life, everyone should live their life that way. I'm sorry, do I know you? Do you know me? Are you me? Everyone is different. So why would you think how you live and wake up at 5 a.m.? I want to wake up at 5 a.m. if I went to bed at 1 a.m. It's all about perspective. You could think that drinking is the best thing for you because it makes you feel great. It's not bad. And I could think that it's not good. I could think that it causes you to, be out of sorts and out of body and sick. But that's not your reality. And my reality isn't what you said. So who's wrong and who's right? Right? I could say that, driving on the right side of the road is the right way. And someone else could say, no, driving on the left side of the road is the right way. And we're going to be in a screaming match about it because our reality is different and our perspectives are different. So who's right and who's wrong? There's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. And I really, really hope, and I know that this world is coming into truth and knowledge and wisdom and love. Because the way that we have been living of you do this and I do this, or if you do this, I'm going to do this, it needs to stop. Because people will say they're unconditional, but your love has conditions. Your strength has conditions. If we want to be united, let's start actually being united and not pointing a finger at who does what. And I mean that for the United States, and I mean that for the whole world. We are all connected. All of us are one under the same sun. So trying to, continue this world of division and lack thereof of sanctity and union, it needs to stop. And it starts with getting to know yourself and getting to know what is actually yours in the box, what's not, and deciding if you want to get out of the box and start actually living the life that you were chosen and destined to live. But you got to choose to do it, honey. No one's going to sit there and grab your hand and hold you and go, hey, come on, let's go. No one's going to do it. No one. And I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. What I say resonates with you or it doesn't. And I want you to know that I love every single last one of you. If it resonated, I love you. If it didn't, I love you. But I really, really want you to love you too. And know why you should love you. And know why you're so great. And know why you're so powerful. And know why you are a daughter of God, a son of God. Know that He marked you. She marked you. They marked you as theirs. Because they created you in their image to live this life and create whatever creations you want to create. Even if people call you crazy, call you sad, call you lazy, call you whatever. If you want to create a life of living on the couch, I will support you. If you want to create a life of surfing all day, every day, I will support you. If you want to create a life of shooting guns all day, I will support you. As long as you're not harming anyone or harming yourself, I will support you. But you need to support yourself, because I bet there's a lot of people supporting you. But it starts with you. And I just leave that with you guys. Look at the box. Get out of the box. And see that maybe it wasn't even a box to begin with, and you were just limiting you. So choose a new direction. Choose a new path. Choose a new life. Choose a new you. Because the more that you stay in this stagnant position, putting and saying this is who you are because this is what everyone else is doing, and you don't really feel comfortable, the more that you're not going to be you. And the more that this world will change you into someone that your soul is inherently not. So love you. Be you. And as always, I love you. Have a good day, guys.